beautiful souls and spirits, children of the Most High Yahuwah. I ain't gonna make this a long live, but a couple days ago, I was reading this. Oh, my fault. Second time I did this. I was reading this, and I was trying to look for a part, and which was in the very beginning of the book. I wanted to read y'all something out of here, then probably chop it up a little bit. I'm hop off because I'm listening to you know listening to stuff to keep my vibrations high. Regardless of whatever I'm going through, I'm working on constantly working on keeping myself in high spirits, keep myself you know stayed in Yahuwah no matter what's going on around me. You know what I'm saying? No weapons formed against me shall prosper. No evil shall proceed as long as I am protected by the Most High Yahuwah, because Yahuwah is my salvation, baby. But anyway, I'm finna read this real quick. It says, I'm gonna read this first, this whole first page. It says, Common Law Handbook for Jurors, Sheriffs, Bailiffs, and Justices. Men must be governed by God, Yahuwah, or they will be ruled by tyrants. William Penn. It's the duty of jurors, sheriffs, bailiffs, and justices to resist all infringements upon the rights of the people without delay. Thomas Jefferson said, whenever people are well informed, they can be trusted with their own government. Clearly, the government cannot be in charge of deciding for themselves whether or not they should indict themselves on criminal charges or not. This is precisely why we have so much corruption in our government. It is the duty of the people to stand up as faithful and wise stewards and bring the servants who think themselves master back into subjugation. Common law is common sense. The question each jurist must ask himself is there an injured party? There is a common law principle which states that for there to be a crime, there must first be a victim. Corpus delicti. The state cannot be the injured party. In the absence of a victim, there can be no crime. This is what the grand jurist must discover. It's in the book. So this is for all y'all out there facing so-called criminal charges. If y'all ain't been brought in by no humans, I'm not gonna say humans, by divine beings like yourself, by the people, and you're going against the state as an entity, that's yeah. Somebody can cover the camera for a Michael Jackson edit for Lamar. What the hell? I don't know what that is. Talking about cover the camera for Lamar Jackson edit. I think I seen that. I mean that'd be dope, but I ain't finna do that though.
You should be able to get past me if you leave first. I tried to.
But yeah, in the absence of a victim, there could be no crime. They don't teach you this. Crazy. So I just wanted to share that because, like I said, I was going over this book and it was just a lot of shit in here that we ain't taught, and a lot of us don't care about. But y'all will care about it when y'all have run-ins with these criminals that y'all call the government. Y'all gonna see then. This is my second run in with them, though, not my first. My first was dealing with an apartment, and I almost beat it, but I fucked up. This is why too, y'all gotta watch who y'all around, cause the people you around can influence you to do the wrong shit.
Sweet. So we did all the research. I got
Give you the wrong information.
now question.
And then me though, I can't blame nobody else. I gotta blame myself because if I was listening, I would have known what to do. Because he told me what to do. He told me what had happened. If I wouldn't have signed that paper, it would have went into continuance.
What he did is he honestly dribbled I talked to the guy that was
But me
asking.
listening to some motherfuckers talking about, yeah, Noble Drew Ali said, pay your dues. I don't have no dues to pay.
The good news is it's a highly
About people are people literally asking me to do this fucking Lamar Jackson edit shit. I'm not. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't do trends, and I don't let random people, you know, tell me what to do. Also, too, gay, yes. Homosexual, no. Learn your words. Gay means happy. You can look it up in a dictionary. Homosexual, on the other hand, is a whole different thing. So no, I'm no homosexual. Okay, I like women's. I love women's. But no, we don't do trends and shit over here. If y'all fuck with me, that's because y'all feel as though I'm genuine enough that y'all know I ain't capping. I ain't and it's genuine. That's all I want. To me, that's all I want. Genuineness. That's all I could care about. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to look at me just for the sake of looking at me. Just because I can have all the views. I can care less about the views. I can care less about I can care less about what's trending. I can care less about what y'all care about. Because there's much other shit to be caring about and which we ain't caring about. And somebody needs to. Like Kendrick say, somebody gotta do it. There's evil afoot. And somebody gotta clean this shit up. It's been too much fucked up shit going on for too long. And people been showing blind eyes. Y'all been turning away. Y'all been trying to make it seem like ain't nothing going on. That our divine race isn't in stake of being destroyed. All these damn natural disasters happening out of nowhere, and everybody just acting like shit is just peachy key. Again, we have all been ignoring, and that's just been the problem for me. How we all gonna act like we haven't still been colonized all this time? All these things have been happening, all the concerts, all the fun and games, all the Roman game, all the shit. But we still have not dealt with the fact that we have been colonized, and so we got so comfortable with the shit, we just let them do it. Just let motherfuckers come over here and have a good life, and we say nothing about it because again, we think we powerless. We let motherfuckers over here tell us that we black folks, that we African American. Can y'all explain something for those of you who claim those nom de guerres? You went from Negro to colored to black to African American. Which one are you? Can y'all tell me? Because you can't be all of them. You gotta choose. And people be colored, Negro, African American, blacks, and it's like, what? Where'd you come from? That's the main question. And of course, we all just be learning stuff by word of mouth. instead of looking stuff up in the dictionary, in which they did teach you, but you don't want to do what you taught. You want to do what you influenced to do. But that's how people live their life. They live their life by influence, not what you learned, but what you was influenced to do. What these influencers say. Don't be influenced, y'all. Have your own mind, your own brain. You got it. Use it. Really use it. You never know the most beautiful shit you can create out of your mind. Especially if you're a woman. Especially if you're a woman. Use your brain. You'll get a lot much more out of life. I promise you. I promise you. Use your mind instead of your behind. That's one of Reverend Ike's one of his sayings. But it's true. But they don't want you to use your mind. They want you to clog your mind up. They want you to fill your mind with so much bullshit. A lot of y'all are overstimulated because y'all be on y'all phones all day. Y'all never look at nature. You know what I'm saying? Y'all never take a break to stop because y'all always on the move.
Be careful, be careful. I'm not there. Be careful, okay? I'm right here in the front yard.
I'm smoking a mixture of GMO and what else? It's a mixture between GMO. It's a mixture between shit. I don't even know, G. Like it's like some gumbo shit. I just put shit together. You know what I mean? Cause I mean, all weed the same to me. To be honest, I can't even really tell between like the difference between. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Delia and Rachel are. Delia's not in there yet. She ran to the back. These hydrangeas look great, Mom. Delia, you ready?
I guess I live next to my mama. I don't know who my neighbors be the whole time.
Brian, as in, for what it's worth, the hydrangeas are nice. This,
Here, careful, don't grab her. Okay, Delia and Rachel, let's go. These are great.
yeah, they do. And they keep them in a small pot for Mother's Day or Easter, and
Oh, wow. We never have any luck doing that. They never take that. No, no, not now. Yeah, I know, but not for
Just
the night.
listening to my neighbors' conversations and shit.
But not right now. Everyone's getting ready to go. Yeah. Maybe you can do chocolate. Grandma will come home, right? Don't do it. Bye, Rachel. Oh, you could say a little prayer for them. They're really plenty. Last weekend? Yeah, last weekend was small service. Oh, did you, so last weekend was supposed to be the move, and they moved. Nope. Be careful, dude. Lean back. Can I go out you? It was supposed to be last weekend. Look at you. Boom, boom. Double high five. Okay. Well, we'll see you on Friday. Let's talk about details. Let's maybe come up, around 1 or something like that. I'll talk to Tyler. We'll figure it out. Or if we just go to the evening, maybe we just go to the evening one, then you can come up at 2 or 3.
drop my light up.
Here, I'll give you a hug. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the week.
Is there any more people out here who are interested in being independent?
You're my best friend.
Because I'm forming me a team of the best 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 of the best. Okay? The best of the best people. The best minds. The best heart. Because there's a need right now for people like us who are willing to stand up, who aren't afraid to be who has called you to be. And I know there's people out there. I know I'm being aligned with the people out there who are really making differences, who see the same issue that I see, and who are actually doing something about it and not trying to pervert their own focus, because I ran into those people first. Instead of me running into the people who really meant the shit they was saying, I ran into people who were literally looking to make a profit off their own and to put their own back in bondage. That's what I saw. I didn't see no remedies for certain groups. I wasn't seeing people get helped. I was seeing people be thrown on a damn street in the name of them helping. So if you are out there, if this come across you, that means you was meant to hear this. This is a rallying call. It's time. You know, it's definitely time. It's more time than now than it's ever been. You know, people are rising up all over the world to this tyranny, and we have to do the same. And they waiting on us. They waiting on the ones who carry the brightest light, the ones who are in the North Gate. Us in so-called North America, we're supposed to be the ones. As y'all can see, we set the standard everywhere. I don't know if y'all listen, but regardless of, you know, regardless of what area, what species, I say, regardless of what species, if you are on North America, we led the world. We have been leading the world for fucking forever. Music, art. Er, please tell me, for the last pass, what who has been outdoing America? Who? Nobody. Nobody. Nobody trend more than we do. Everybody want to be like us. But we've been showing the world how not to be. We need to show the world how to be. If we gonna lead, we need to lead the right way. Let me get my light up. This is a dead butterfly. I think. That's crazy for a butterfly to take its last breath. That looks like a dead butterfly, don't it? I mean, is it? It ain't moving. Also, ain't no such thing as Jews. There is no such thing as Jews. It's been the Nazis this whole time, disguising themselves as so-called Jews, just so y'all can have somebody to blame. Who won World War II? Do anybody know? Can y'all tell me who won the war? It was Germany. Yeah. You want to know how? Well, why is there swastikas over here? That's all you gotta ask. Why is there people with the same ideology as Adolf Hitler over here? If that's the case, then they're supposed to have been completely eradicated. Everybody who thought like him was supposed to be eradicated. But that hasn't been the case, has it? No, it hasn't. And someone learned how to weaponize. Y'all gotta think about this shit. If it was a mass killing of Jewish people, how the fuck do y'all think these people managed to switch the scale and come up and take over the world? No. Someone is posing as them. Just like someone is posing as someone else. It happens all the time. It's called a disguise. It's called kill the enemy and put on the enemy's clothes and pretend to be the enemy. Come on now. They do it all the time. Y'all gotta start paying attention. Ain't no such thing as no fucking Jews. And come on now. The letter J was just recently created. So how could there be Jews? Especially around Yeshua ben Yosef time. The letter Y didn't even exist. So they would have been U's. YEW, because that's what the letter J was substituted with. The letter Y. Do your research. So Jewish people again could not. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. The letter J is new. So just like Jerusalem isn't a thing, Judea isn't a thing. It's Judah. It's Judea. Jerusalem. Or with an I. I was also used. So, you know, hey man, I'm just the light bringer. Okay, I'm the messenger. I'm just bringing y'all the shit that's been hiding from y'all for a long ass time. Why? Because it needs to be talked about. This shit has to be said. Y'all gotta stop living in this fucking illusion. It's damaging the world. Seriously, it really is. Us thinking we different types of fucking black people is damaging the world. It really is. Us thinking that pale folk and white people is synonymous, and it ain't. It's poisonous. Y'all been so okay and so used to the lie that y'all solidifying this shit, and y'all forgot that it's a lie. Again, we all forget that we've been colonized. How are we not going to talk about that? How are we not going to talk about how are we going to talk about all this shit and not talk about colonism at its inception? They literally did the same thing. I wasn't trying to be nosy. Just letting y'all know. When I was quiet while the neighbors was talking, it's just I don't want them to be nosy. You know what I mean? It's just a me thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to who I'm talking to right now, cause you, whoever you is, I think it's Ivan Will Kill. I don't know if that's you. If that's you, shout out to you, man. I appreciate people that stick around. Hopefully, you got something to smoke. Hold on, hold on, wait. Go on, take a puff. Go on ahead. You here? Might as well. Come on. I need to hear it. I need to hear it. I need to hear it. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Cheers. Appreciate you for sticking around, man. Hopefully you learned something. I'm gonna be honest with you though. If you disagree with anything I say, if anything I say rubs you the wrong way, please do yourself a favor and look it up. Get you an etymology dictionary. Look up the word black. Look up the word white. Get you a law dictionary. Look up the word black. Look up the word white. Look up what these fucking words mean. Look it up. You can't be a fucking color. It's impossible. Those are adjectives. If you are a divine being, you are unable to be an adjective. You can be described as something. Now, if somebody calls you a black person, they're calling you evil. They're calling you dark minded. You can look up all these definitions for the word black. Now, if someone calls you a white person, they're calling you all these things associated with the word that describes what white is. Now, if you've been dealing with the Nation of Islam, they'll tell you that they've changed the definitions of the word and misconstrued and blah 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 blah. Blah. Now, I ask you, I implore you to put this in mind. If they change one word, they have to change every word. So if one word in the dictionary is incorrect, that makes the entire English language invalid and we must stop using it. So now we have to use something more pure. Because you can't have any inconsistencies in language. That would make the language mute. It will make it irrelevant. Everything in this room has to agree. That means language has to agree as well. Everything must mean what is said to mean, which is why English gets so tricky because they attach multiple meanings to one word. You can have like seven different definitions to a single word. How is that possible? Somebody tell me how is that fucking possible? How can one thing mean a thousand things? Then what does it really mean? I mean, it means nothing. It's just like saying you got tomato soup and you got everything in that bitch but tomatoes. So is it tomato soup? Ain't no tomatoes. What are tomatoes at? I'm just saying. So you saying a word means a word, but it means this word too? It means this and this and this and this and this. So what the fuck does it mean? It gets confusing. I don't want to know. But anyway, yeah. Jews don't exist. No such thing as Jews. Just like Jewish. How can you be? You know what ish means? Ish means somewhat. That means you're not even the real thing. You're something like it. It's either you is or you ain't. It's like somebody saying they man ish. So are you a man or are you a woman? Cause last time I checked, ain't no in betweens. Now I know in the society we living in that a lot of people will argue with me that there's all these different kind of stuff. Oh, I'm gonna take. No one's tweaking. We just got to go back to how things were, you know, at its core. And whereas we all know the same thing, we all can't be, forcibly ignorant anymore. We all have to learn. What the fuck does top fans mean? Say 75 XP, 50 XP, 25 XP. Cause Ivan Kill, you number one. You the top fan number one. I don't know what that means, but you got it. Ivan will kill. That's what I meant. I said Ivan and kill. Well, I mean, I kind of said your name, but then said at the same time. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But yeah, get your copy of this book off Amazon. Buy it. Buy it. Buy it. Buy it. We're gonna be doing a lot of study courses on my lives. We're gonna be really going into the truth. Cause ain't nobody talking about it. Not really. Not to the degree of which it should be talked about. To the fact that we all should be doing something right now. We should be wringing these motherfuckers' necks. There's treason going on our land, and ain't nothing being done about it. And it should be. We all should right now should get out of our homes and go to these so-called corporate buildings. We all should rise up against these goddamn policy enforcers. There is no way you should ever ride down the street and feel nervous of a policy enforcer. You're supposed to feel safe because you're being protected. You shouldn't feel like you're about to be harassed. There shouldn't be a fear every time a motherfucker pull up behind you or beside you that you feel like your life is in danger. There's no way, shape, and fucking form that fear should be associated with policy enforcers. You should feel safe. You should want to ride past a policy enforcer. You should want to sit by the motherfuckers just cause. You know what I'm saying? You know they're good people. Why is it the exact opposite? Why is it when a policy enforcer ride behind you, you tense up? You be like, oh shit. You don't be like, oh shit, that's a policy enforcer. Let me say what's up. That should be the reaction you should have. You should say fuck the police. If the people have the mindset of fuck the police, that means there shouldn't be any. I'm just saying, if the people, if there is a common consensus of everybody saying fuck the police, that means there shouldn't be any police then, because the police ain't doing their job. They ain't doing their job. They ride around, feel like they're above the law, above the Constitution in which all these motherfuckers is governed by. No one talks about the Constitution. You don't even hear the Constitution being discussed. Everybody talk about President. Talk about the Constitution. Are we following the Constitution? You want to talk about our forefathers? Everybody want to talk about Mount Rushmore, all this shit. People dancing around it, but nobody is really diving into it and talking about it. For real, for real. People would talk about they rights. Your reparations and shit. Your reparations is in the United States Constitution. That's how you repair yourself. First and foremost, you unpoison yourself by thinking you black. So you stop acting like a fucking dumbass and act like you actually belong in this realm. Because I wouldn't want to be black. The way black folks have shown themselves to be, I wouldn't want to be associated with that. I wouldn't. That's why I'm Moroccan. First and foremost, I'm a child of Yahuwah. So that's what I associate myself with first. And then I associate myself with being a descendant of Morocco. The ancient Morocco, not the 1950 Morocco. I mean, as far as back as Hannibal Barca, you hear me? In the land of Canaan, Carthage. Talk about Mansa Musa, you hear me? Descending from all the way back then. Not no damn Slavic folk. Tell me something. Look up the definition of the word slave in the etymology dictionary. It's gonna tell you it's short for Slavic. Look up what Slavic is. Slovakian is a nationality of people. So how come motherfuckers been slaves if you ain't Slovakian? So that means you Slovakian then if you a slave. It's short for Slavic. A Slav. It just added an E to it. It's S-L-A-V. Capital S-L-A-V. Slav. They added an E. You know how motherfuckers play with words. They added an E to make slave. And then they, of course, show you pictures and be like, look, that's what a slave is. And you like, oh my God, that's a slave. Oh, it looks just like me. That's how they get you, stupid. Because you don't know what a Slav is. Just look it up in the etymology dictionary. I promise you, I'm telling you. Go back, just go. You can look up the etymology dictionary online. You don't even gotta download it. You can go on Google. You like Googling shit. Google the shit. Motherfucker, everybody likes to Google, but y'all don't Google the right shit though. Just Google it. I did. I went down a whole loophole, baby. A whole loophole. That's why y'all ain't never hearing nobody talk about the shit I'm talking about. I'm probably the first one. Probably the first one to tell you that being black don't fucking exist. It's not a thing. It ain't a real thing. You can't be black. It is impossible. By definition. And last time I checked, the English excuse me, the English language goes based off of definition. Everything has a definition to it. That's what the dictionary is for, yes? Can we all agree? Can we all agree that every English word has a definition or is supposed to? You're supposed to be able to go look up a word to see what it means. So if you go look up what the word black means, see what the word black means, you can't argue with that. You can't. You can't argue first and foremost. It says adjective. It don't say noun. Now I know we always taught in animal training school. That's what education is. It's animal training. Look up the word education. Come on now. Words is fun. English words is really fun to see what you've been lied to into thinking that shit mean what it ain't. Everybody talk about getting an education, a high level of education. You just getting a high level of animal training. See, the thing is, people think you crazy until they start realizing that you ain't. I don't mind people thinking I'm crazy. What I implore, though, is that you take me serious. That's what I implore. You take the crazy man serious. You actually look up what he's talking about. People talking about World War III. Look up the Silent War. We've been in World War III since the 1950s. But World War III isn't against another country. World War III is against the people. They've been trying to kill us, all of us, for the longest. That's why they've been poisoning our food, poisoning our water. That's why Flint, Michigan water has been poisoned since Marvin Gaye was alive. Isn't that something? How do we have so much technological advances, but nobody can fix the water in Flint, Michigan? If Marvin Gaye was singing about it, and Marvin Gaye has been dead since the 70s, it's 2025. How do we still don't have no solution to this water? But we got robots walking around though, huh? But y'all don't want to tell me that people ain't been getting poisoned. World War III been happening. It ain't no other country. It's the government versus the people. That's the World War III. It's these private folks, these ones sitting behind that own these buildings, the ones that Trump is outing, the Elon Musk of the world, the what's his name, Bill Gates, Frederick T. Gates' son, the one that was in charge of all the COVID vaccines. Why ain't nobody heard of this motherfucker? I ain't heard nobody talk about Bill Gates in a while. We all heard about Elon Musk. Well, Bill Gates just drifted off to the sunset with COVID-19 right with it, huh? But he was all in the forefront when COVID was out and popping, when they was looking for solutions. Bill Gates, Bill Gates, Bill Gates, Bill Gates, Bill Gates. Where is he? Hope he's okay. Because the motherfuckers want him. All the people he murdered, him and his family. His daddy, Frederick T. Gates, him and John D. Rockefeller was the one started the General Board of Education in the first place. The General Board of Animal Training. Its purpose is to create workers, robots, people who don't think. They don't need people. They don't need artists and musicians and great thinkers and inventors. No, they want you to be a damn dummy. And if you can't fit into their system, they have another system set up for your ass, and that's the penal system. That's why you either go one of the two. You either are in school or in jail. That's sometimes the only flip for most people. They either go through the school system, go through the work system, or go through the jail system. Rarely do people make it out of those three. Funny, because I actually touched all three: school, work, and finally jail. But not because I'm a criminal, but because of criminals pretending to be lawmen, criminals in disguise. But yeah, I'm opening up for members to join my team. And it's gonna be a real team. It ain't gonna be no bullshit. Tight knit. Like we gon' ain't gonna be no online shit either. We gonna know each other. If you're part of my team, I gotta know you. You gotta know me. We gotta be a team. Can't be no fake shit. Tight knit. Because when we take these motherfuckers down, tight knit. Because me, I don't want to have to put nobody down that I supposedly am supposed to care about because motherfuckers got hidden agendas. I ain't got time for that. I don't even want that to be in my experience. But we all have a duty to uphold. We got a job to do. And before long, I don't know if y'all paying attention, but it's time to do it. 3 months? Shit, man. I did 4 days. I ain't doing no more. 4 days was enough for me. I did 4 days, 23 in, 1 out. By choice. Because if I know if I didn't do that, I would have got longer because I would have had to fight a motherfucker while being in jail. And I ain't got time for that. And I'm pretty sure you getting locked up, you got kidnapped. So you weren't even supposed to be in there for 3 months all the time. But nobody knows, so nobody's gonna contest the fact that you got locked up for no fucking reason. Listen to this. Hold on. All right. Under U.S. Codes 42 and 18, when you are detained without your consent for violating a statute, you have just been kidnapped. And if the judge sets a bail, he just set a ransom. And when the prosecutor confirms the charges, he becomes part of a conspiracy. And you can put the conspirators in jail and sue them for damages. It's all about jurisdiction and consent. It's all about jurisdiction and consent. It says, I'm going to read this and I'm going to get off it. The real law. The common law is the real law, the supreme law of the land. The code, rules, regulations, policy, and statutes are not the law. Self versus Ray 61. When 2D 261 legislative statutes enforced upon the people in the name of the law are a fraud. They have no authority and are without mercy. Justice without mercy is godless and therefore repugnant to the United States Constitution. Lawmakers were given authority by the people to legislate codes, rules, regulations, statutes, which are policies, procedures, and law to control the behavior of bureaucrats, elected and appointed officials, municipalities, and agencies, but were never given authority to control the behavior of the people. As we read in the U.S. Supreme Court decision, all codes, rules, and regulations are for government authorities only, not human/creators. In accordance with God's law, all codes, rules, and regulations are unconstitutional and lacking due process. Due process. Rodriguez versus Ray Donovan, U.S. Department of Labor, 769F2D, 1344, 1348, 1985. And again, all laws, rules, and practices which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. Marbury versus Madison, 5th U.S., 2 Cranch, 137, 174, 176, 1803. Ain't making it up. Okay? 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 I don't have to lie. The United States Constitution is a real thing. Y'all wanna? I'm gonna read something else real quick. I know so I was gonna do that, but let's look up. It's probably in here. Cause I do gotta go back inside. I think it's in here. The Declaration of Independence. Here we go. All right. Y'all see this too, chain of authority. Now, for a lot of reasons, they had to use God, but they mean Yahuwah. Okay, just want y'all to know that Yahuwah, natural law, right? Second, we the people. Third, Magna Carta, Declaration of Independence, Constitution. Fourth, legislative, judicial administration. And last, the United States citizens. Declaration of Independence. In Congress, July 4th, 1776. Now, y'all just celebrated July 4th. This is what this is for. The unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America, when in the course of human events it becomes necessary for only people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That wherever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shewed that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object evidences, a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, is it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in indirect object the establishment of the absolute tyranny over the states. To prove this, let fact be submitted to candid words. Well, I'm gonna stop right there. That's Declaration of Independence. Okay. Like I said, we're gonna go through this whole book because y'all need to know y'all fucking rights, bro. But may y'all have a very blessed day. Erudite yourselves. Okay? Erudite yourselves. Please do. The more erudite people we have, the better this Midgard is gonna be. Alright. Alright. Stop.